my jam. Oh.
I love it. I love it.
Hello,
I love it.
hello, 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 Annette. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and you, Anita?
I am blessed and highly favored and enjoying my jam. Can we talk? And hello, movers. And how are you doing? How are you all tonight? Thank you so much for joining us, for tuning in. You could have gone anywhere else, but you decided to come by here and to chill with your favorite co host, myself, Anita Faye Wilson, and Annette L. Anderson, your co host of Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are the movement, we're a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a move meant to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so that you can start living the best version of yourself and win. We've tapped into some winning information. We have some winning resources. We're seated at the winner's table and we invite you to take a seat right along with us, right, Annette?
That is so true. We're here again, your faithful hostesses, and we are excited. We got room at our table, and the table's getting larger and larger every day. But hey, trust me, if you just come with us, there's a seat just for you.
And then we always say so often, come, like the saints used to say, come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on.
Yes.
So you can come and sit at our table, but we have so much information. We have information, we have inspiration. So you get a little bit of everything here with us. And we're grateful to have you. Like I say, you could have gone anywhere else, but you came here. You stopped by here and we appreciate your presence. We love our movers. We appreciate y'all. Hey, listen, there will be no Can We Talk if we ain't have y'all.
Come on.
There will be no Can We Talk if we ain't have nobody to talk to. So, so thank you all so much. Hello, Anita, part of the A team, one of our movers. I saw you getting your groove on, girl. I know you're like, can we talk? Yes. Break it down and then take it all the way down and bring it back up. Listen, we like to have fun on Wednesday nights. It's halfway through the week. It's
Yeah.
hump day. A lot's going on in everybody's lives. So we like to come on here and just have a little fun, let our hair down, no judgment, just enjoy each other. So that's what we do. So before we go into our discussion, I want to ask that you would please do us a huge favor. We love you too, Arnita. Ask you to please do us a huge favor. That video that you're watching, it's on Facebook or YouTube. Please do us a favor and hit that like button, that thumbs up. There's a thumbs up button on your Facebook. I'm hitting mine now. Bam. There's a thumbs up button even on your YouTube. Hit that like button, that thumbs up button, and just give us a little like or just a little love. The other thing we want you to do is hit that arrow that says share. You're going to click that arrow and you can share this video. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it with your friends and all of your people in your inbox. You can also share it to your page, but we want you to share. And we also want to make sure that you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, if you don't follow our Facebook page, or if you're not a part of our Movement Worldwide Facebook group, please join us on those platforms. The other thing is that you can sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization, and every seed sown into this ministry, we always pray that it returns 100-fold to whoever sows that seed. We don't take it lightly. We greatly appreciate it, and we ask that you please sow a seed. You can sow a seed at $Movement Worldwide. That's $Movement Worldwide. You can sow a seed there, but you can also opt to come into covenant with us. And the way you come into covenant with us is with a monthly seed by becoming a patron. How do you become a patron? Is that what you say? How do you become a patron? I'm so glad you asked. You ask great questions. You become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org, and you can click the red button at the top of that page. That button will take you to patreon.com, where you can set up your account and you can set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, but whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. We just appreciate any seed because the seed into good soil. But guess what? We appreciate even more. We appreciate you. Yeah, you right now. You. We appreciate you for coming here and talking to us and sharing in the chat. Because, like I said, we can't do what we do if you don't come. And we're glad that you are here each and every Wednesday night. So, thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, sharing, and sowing a seed. You can also follow us on our platforms at Movement Worldwide, and you can email us at info@movementworldwide.org. So without further ado, we're going to go into our conversation. We start off our night with our transformational topic. Our transformational topic is where we take idioms and phrases and we deal with them practically. We come from the word, we do, some digging, and we just share some information that makes you go, things that make you go, From the Arsenio Hall show, for those, I might be telling my age. You're like, who's Arsenio Hall? But so when you actually get these idioms and phrases in your mindset, it'll just make you think from a whole nother, spectrum. So we just want to give you a little encouragement. Our topic tonight is when you stop looking, it'll find you. When you stop looking, it'll find you. We spend a whole lot of time looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many faces. I said I wasn't going to sing that song tonight. I had it in my notes. And I said I couldn't resist. But, when I looked up this phrase, it was all about love. And I was just, trying to make it a little more broad. They're talking about when you stop looking for love and you just do self-care and think about you and put you first, love will find you, Okay, so God's knowledge and wisdom are far greater than ours.
Yeah, sure enough.
And oftentimes, even when it comes to love, when it comes to success, when it comes to our job, when it comes to almost everything in life, we question God's timing. We're trying to fit our plans and purpose into God's far superior timeline. There's a familiar passage of scripture in Ecclesiastes 3:1 that says, to everything there is a season and that there is a time for every purpose under heaven. Solomon explains in this chapter of Ecclesiastes that there are wonderful things in life countered with things we may not consider good, but it is all within God's plan. He has a plan for you and he has a plan for me. The secret in all of our life experiences is to be at peace and to accept God's will and timing.
Yeah.
The alternative is to become anxious and angry and doubtful and resentful and bitter. We spend a lot of time searching and looking for something. One of the most discouraging things that I see oftentimes, and I don't know about you, Annette, and some of the movers, I know a lot of you are on Clubhouse, but I see a lot of people on Clubhouse just searching for the word.
Yeah.
Looking for that word. And it's not just on Clubhouse. I mean, I'm saying Clubhouse because that's the new thing. But have you ever dealt with or seen or experienced the people who are constantly going to conference after conference after conference and always going to the altar, always looking and searching and hoping, wishing, dreaming, searching, exploring, looking for that thing, really waiting and wondering, am I going to get a word today? Is he going to speak to me? Is the man of God or woman of God going to call my name? Are they going to touch me on the forehead and make me fall down? We spend a lot of time searching for the word, searching for an answer, searching for something. When in a lot of instances, what we're searching for, God has a lot of things laid up, but it ain't looking the way you think it ought to look. So we search and search and search. And I'm here to tell you today, I want you to take the alternative route. Everyone's looking for that word. Somebody gives you a word. And then you know what? On that, before I get off that, I want to say this. When we're looking for that word, we're like that kid in the backseat on a road trip constantly saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Oh, that is so true.
And you know how annoying that is. So imagine as God, is it time yet? Okay, God, is it time yet? Okay, God, is it my turn yet? Okay, God, is it the season yet? I used to be just like that. And then we get mad at God when we don't see what we want to see. But I haven't always been here. But I can honestly say that if he doesn't do another thing for me, he has been so good to me.
Yeah.
I am so satisfied with God. Now it's taking me some years. You probably couldn't ask me this 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And it's not that I'm getting all old, old, because I'm only 54 years old. I have a whole lot more living to do. But I get up every day with expectations, yes, but I can hear the saints, we're supposed to expect a miracle every day. I expect a miracle. Yeah, I do too. I get up with great expectations, yes, but I know who I serve.
Yeah. Come on now. That's it.
So I don't get up every day looking for what I want, but I get up every day looking for his word, his direction. Not looking up every day looking for this word from somebody else, from this person and that person who's gonna slob me down with oil and slap me upside my head and give me a headache and make me fall down and show all my thighs. I don't get up with self motives.
Oh, not the thighs.
All I could think about in that was Sophia in Color Purple. So I don't, and here's the thing. I don't get up every day with that anymore. There was a time that I did, and I'm trying to help somebody be delivered because I have been. I don't get up with the self motives because it's about God and not me. And it took me a while to get to this passage of scripture in Philippians, to feel like Paul in Philippians 4 verses 11 through 13. Not that I speak in regard to need, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I have learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I had to get myself to the understanding that whatever it is that God has for me is for me. And it might not seem like I'm going to make it out of the storm. It might not seem like I'm going to make it out of financial hardships. It might not seem like I'm going to find a man or a man that's going to find me, because I ain't looking. You're going to find me. So it might not look like certain things, but I know who I serve. And if God said it, then I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I'm not looking because I know that what God has for me gonna catch up with me. It's gonna find me. So when you stop going around searching for the word here, chasing to and fro, chasing after every wind of doctrine, because we'll go across lines just because somebody will hold up, they quicken and hold up a shanda and spit on you. And we'll go, we'll cross all barriers. We'll lower our Christian radar, our moral standards. We'll do whatever to get that word. Some even will go and stand in the line looking like this and that. Going to get them cars read, right? Looking around to see if the saints seeing you going into the root lady house. So stop looking, because when you stop looking, it'll find you. Whether it's love, God desires that we have life and we have it more abundantly. He desires that we live a full and healthy and happy life, even as our soul prospers, that we prosper and be in good health. He desires great things for us. We're not supposed to be walking around miserable all the time, looking like we done sucked on lemons. I mean, you deep. Got that upside down frown in it. Why the saints always got to look like that?
I don't know.
Oh, hallelujah. I'm serious about God. I am too, but I can do it with a smile.
A lot of that is learned behavior too.
It is. Yeah. It is one of the most enjoyable things. Last night I was in Anita El's room, Empowered to Soar, and Angela got caught up in the spirit of laughter. Oh my God, I cracked up with her. And I had a good time just laughing. And she was talking about how the deliverance was in the laughter. Helping me to fake. She's flashing. Come on. And listen, That's what they do. Fall out and thighs and knees, everything else be all exposed, looking for the word. But I was so taken aback by her in that laughter. And sometimes we don't take enough time just to laugh or have fun or just to enjoy life because we're so busy walking around trying to look deep. You know, I want you to turn, hey, Annette, just turn that upside down. Coming from, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Yeah.
You'll get more people. They're looking serious all the time, and like, you know, and people always think something wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? What was me? Oh my God, I'm cursed. They're looking at you like, God wants to use you. Looking like a pit bull. Oh, Bishop is in the house.
Yeah.
The Bishop Christopher Keys. Let me tell
Yes.
you. And that, you know, you get the anointed mind of God. You know, you put that D on the end. Anointed mind of God.
God.
So we want y'all to, and that with that extra jaw movement.
Yeah.
Anointed mind of God. So we want y'all to listen. When you stop looking, it'll find you. A lot of us are looking for love. A lot of us are looking for deliverance. We're looking for financial freedom. We're looking for, we're looking for whatever it is that you're looking for. That you believe in God for. Stop looking. Just believe. Have faith. Just stand back and let God do his work.
Yes.
You get up every day expecting great things. You don't know what God gonna do today, but get up expecting a miracle every day. But if you get up looking for that thing, ooh, today is the day my husband gonna find me, then you sit there like this. And then he don't come. Oh, God don't love me. You know, get mad and bitter. So we want y'all to be happy, whole, healthy, and free of the foolishness of
all the
time. Stop looking, and it'll come to you. So, what's your thoughts on that? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree with it. I think this is amazing because not only are you looking for your mate, but you're looking for your ministry. You're looking for somebody to help you get to the next level. You're always looking, because I used to do it. I would go to conferences, especially when there was a prophet in the house, and I would feel some kind of way when I leave there and they didn't speak over my life. Like, wait a minute.
They call everybody else's name but yours.
Yeah, all the person sitting next to me, like, excuse me, but I had to understand that sometimes if you quiet yourself and listen, he's speaking anyway.
Oh, come on.
So yeah. So I stopped doing that. In fact, a lot of times I don't even want to go with prophets at.
I don't want them to call my name.
Yeah, I got enough of that.
You have seen me slapped up and slammed down on the altar many a day.
Yeah.
I remember I got a prophecy. Remember that prophecy 6 months apart, almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was almost like I could hear the poltergeist, get out. And I still had my behind there. And it took two prophets to come and tell me the same thing. Mm-hmm. And and sometimes, because I wasn't looking for it. I was just carrying the cloth. I was just covering everybody else up, covering all the other thighs out. I didn't want my thighs out, exposed like Sophia, because I'm slain in the spirit. But hey, that's how it is. That's what we do. Look, Anita, looking in all the wrong places. Yeah. Look for Jesus, looking for love. This was for the bishop. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love into me. All right, y'all.
Right.
Listen, we got some other stuff to talk about. That was our transformational topic, things that make you go. But, and then can we talk?
Oh, yeah.
We got a cut tonight, y'all. She didn't come empty-handed. Nope. Ow. And Angela and Arnita, y'all are in the boxes. They are on the way. I finally got them packed up. Angela put me on blast the other night. Oh, I see you, Bishop. I see you, Rubo. Looking for love. All right, so we're going to pause for just a minute. We're going to pause for our commercial break, and then we're going to come back with, I am finally going to be able to change them this week. I had to reload the software, and there was something turned off on there, and I reloaded my software for my editing, and I can edit my commercials this week because there are some things on there that are not.
Okay, good. Very good.
I'll be able to edit them this week and hopefully have them up by Sunday. So, okay, but we're going to pause for our commercial break. Thank you all so much. Ping somebody. Well, I'm saying ping like we're in Clubhouse. Share with somebody. Share with somebody. DM somebody. Text somebody with the link right now because they want to come for this. Did y'all see that power tool topic? Let me tell you, Annette be going. Annette, girl, you controversial up in this piece. All right, now. So we're going to pause for the commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orate It, Articulate It, and Reverberate It. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.
All righty. All right, Anita. I thought we was gonna do the Annetism, but we switched a little bit.
I did.
You know what?
We'll play the Annetism later.
I was like, oh, all righty.
I did it backwards.
That's all right. Listen, change is good. I'm keeping right. Let's keep moving. Okay, y'all. Here we go. This is the power tool that we're getting ready to talk about. All right. There are some matters and experiences that cause people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. And everybody at the sound of my voice, you've been there. And if you lived any time, you've been there. Sometimes it takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. And in some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. Listen, y'all, you need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right, tonight the power tool is very interesting. It's a little play on words. It's wait, WEIGHT /wait a minute. Wait a minute. Life is calling you. Wait a minute. Life is calling you. I don't know about you, but life is calling you. The process of waiting may wear you out and make you want to give up. You tell yourself, I didn't sign up for this. This can't be what God had in store for me. I'm talking to me now. You may believe your prayers are not being heard. You may even feel overlooked and rejected. It can feel like a prick in your heart. And when you look at the Bible, it talks about the thorn in your side. No matter the thorn allowed in our lives, Christ's grace will be sufficient and with us amid our deepest battles and pain. Waiting is heavy. WAITING. Waiting is heavy. And there's a weight to it, WEIGHT. There's a weight to waiting. It can be almost overwhelming. When you're waiting for something joyful like a party, the wait can feel you and make you feel like you're going to burst. You're so excited about it. But when you're waiting for something needed, it's like a word from a much needed job you applied for, a word from a medical report. The wait can feel like it's crushing your soul. I've been there. The wait is so overwhelming. Many of us are waiting right now for our version of the world to return. We've been through the COVID. We all waited. We waited with bated breath. Lord, what's going to happen? Then we saw so many people die. So some of us are waiting to store shelves fully stocked with paper products. You know how people going crazy over toilet tissue, paper towel. I didn't understand what it was all about. I don't get it. But some of us are waiting to be able to hug our loved ones. Some are waiting to travel. Some of us are waiting to open our businesses. It's heavy. You're waiting, and the weight is heavy. It's almost overbearing sometimes. The heaviness varies from person to person, house to house. For some, it may feel like they're treading water with a cinder block attached to their feet, barely able to keep their head above water, gasping for air. How many times you felt like that? That, like, God, if you don't come, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. If you don't do it, God, it can't be done. For others like me, it may be a heaviness in heart. There have been times when I've had a heaviness in my heart. It's not always either about death, or sometimes I'll have this heaviness in my heart, heaviness for people who have lost their loved ones, heaviness for what's going on in Ukraine, to see the devastation, the amount of barbaric activities, and the weight of this season is pliable, and it generates odds and weighty thoughts. Because you're waiting, but the weight of waiting is almost overwhelming. You're trying to believe, you're trying to hold on, you're trying to trust God, and you're waiting. You understand what He says in His Word, but that weight becomes almost unbearable, to the point that you say, okay, God, I can't do this anymore. According to Mark 9:23 and 24, Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. But then the man said these words, and straightway, this is a man who had faith, but he still was dealing with the weight of waiting. And he said, straightway, the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thy my unbelief. He didn't say, I don't believe you, God, but he said the weight of waiting has been almost unbearable. And so now I've been walking in faith. I've been praying. I've been believing. And now my inner man struggling to believe that you're going to do what you said. Well, he wants to express faith, but at the same time be genuine. So sometimes, y'all, we just got to be real with God. Yeah, I believe you, God, but I'm overcome with unbelief. It's almost more than I can take. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to, say, God, I'm just going to throw in the towel. What he says is, my faith is far from perfect. He said, I don't have a perfect faith. I trust you, God, but the weight of waiting is almost more than I can deal with. We go to church, we hear scripture, the pastor's preaching, the word is phenomenal, and we're standing on our feet. By the time we get up and walk out the door, we're overwhelmed with the weight of waiting. I may not have enough faith, is what he said. If my faith is not enough, please help me to have enough. That's all the man was saying. I know we like to talk about, he said, if you don't believe that. No, he said, God, I got faith. But please help me to have enough faith to wait, enough faith to believe, enough faith to trust. God, I need you. And I love this man. He was for real. It's not that he didn't know the Lord. It was not that he wasn't saved. And let me just bring it on Front Street. It's not that you don't know the Lord. It's not that you have not been running with God for a long time. It's not that you don't know he can do it, but you say, God, if my faith is not enough, please help me to have enough. See, he was saying, God, I have faith, but I don't have enough faith, because the weight of waiting seems to be more than I can bear. He said, please help me to have even more. And even in my own life, and so many people that will hear this, you've been struggling, you've been waiting, you've been leaving, and said, but God, somewhere, Lord God, the weight is almost unbearable. I used to say this when I used to go through my issues and my trauma. I used to say it's like two sumo wrestlers sitting on my shoulder. And doggone well, as sumo wrestlers sitting on my shoulder, I'm not going to be able to move, because the weight is more than I can bear. The weight of carrying. See, because you got to carry waiting. You got to carry weight. WAIT. You got to carry that. You got to, because what I mean by that is you got to believe, you got to trust, you got to walk in it. You got, when you open up your mouth, you got to begin to speak scriptures. And sometimes the weight of waiting is so overwhelming that you cannot even pray. I've been there. I don't know about nobody else, but I understand what this man said. God, I need just a little bit more faith. Like That song, I Need a Little More Jesus. At first, when I heard that song, I said, what she mean by that? Well, she's definitely saying, listen, God, I trust you, but I need just a little bit to help me because carrying the weight of this weight is more than I can handle. Hebrews 12 and 1 says this, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about was a great cloud of witness, lay aside every weight and the sin which do so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Now, I understand this scripture quite well, but sometimes it's hard to run that race. When they say, wherefore, see, we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, that means there are other people who went before us. There's other people we can, go to the word of God, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, how they overcame, how they walked through. That cloud is a multitude, it's a great company. And sometimes we have to go when we're struggling and trying to deal with the weight of waiting. We need to get into the word of God and see what he told Abraham, see what he told Isaac, see what he told Jacob and David, and the list go on and on. And the weight means burden. We're carrying a burden. We're carrying a heartache. We're carrying a disappointment. Sometimes our burden is our children. Sometimes our burden is our spouses. And our burden is our organizations, our job. God, I know you told me, you called me to do this, but the weight of waiting is almost unbearable. And then it say it beset. It means it encircling, and I'm easily distracted because of the weight of waiting. I don't know about you on this night, but the weight of waiting can be all consuming where you can't even hardly breathe. It's almost like being underwater. You're trying to breathe, but the water's all around you and you cannot get a breath out. It's the weight of waiting. Then Isaiah 40 and 31 says these words, and I just love Isaiah. I love Isaiah. He said, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Well, wait, really, this is what really just blew my mind. Wait, originally in the original text means to twist, to stretch, to bend, the tension of enduring and enduring every man. So sometimes you're waiting, you become twisted and it's stretching. The tension is almost more than you can bear. So now not only do you have to wait, but you got the weight of waiting, because now you're dealing with the tension and the twist and the tension and the pulling and the tearing away. But you also got to deal with the weight, because now this thing is heavy. I can't almost, it almost drives me insane. Then it talks about renew. It's to pass on away, pass through, and the mount to go up and ascend and to climb. So now we're waiting, we're twisted, and we're stretched beyond stretch. The tension is more than we can bear. But then now while we're going through waiting, now we're saying, God, I need you to renew me. I need you to help me with this weight of waiting, because I need to be renewed. Because if you renew my life, my mind, I'm going to go crazy. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to snap. I felt like this. I can't speak for others. I'm telling you my life. And then they say, go and send them out to go to a sin. So now, yeah, I'm dealing with the weight of waiting, but the Bible tells me that I can be renewed even in the weight of waiting. Not saying that the waiting won't stop. He said, but I can renew you while you're in this. And I will give you the strength to mount up. And what that means, I'll give you strength that this will not be more than you can take. And in other words, while you're waiting, while you have the weight of waiting, you're going to ascend to another place. He said, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to get you out of the trouble right now. I'm not going to change the situation. I'm going to change you in a situation. So you'll be able to carry the weight of waiting. So wait a minute. Life is calling. The weight of the weight. The weight of wait is a journey we must navigate through, praying to hear the voice of God, even in a noisy world. You got to be able to hear God when it's noisy. That's why it's so important when you're struggling, when you have the weight of waiting, that you get somewhere so you can hear God in the most unexpected way. God will give us instruction, and it's not always clear in our journey. That instruction, one thing about God, he just gives you little nuggets. He don't tell you the whole story. And it's a good thing he didn't tell me the whole story. Because if I knew the story and I knew my journey, trust me, I would have decided to go another way, because the journey has been hard. But you know what? Even the weight of waiting has been good for me. As the word spoken become clear, the journey may cause us to wait. See, because it's important sometimes to sit your hips down somewhere and let God do what he needs to do. The longevity of the journey weighs us down. And if we're not careful, it may cause us to lose our blessing, because it becomes heavy trying to carry this thing. Sometimes this is more than you can bear. This is why it's so important. Yeah, you read the word, you study the word, but sometimes you got to find somebody say, listen, sister, listen, bro, I need your prayer right now because the weight of waiting is consuming me. The weight of the wait is a real account of our feelings and emotions. As I have moved closer to receiving exceedingly abundantly more than I can ask for, think or imagine. So there's something to be said about the weight of waiting, even though it's heavy. I understand now that I don't have to do this thing alone. The problem with most of us with the weight of waiting, we think we're an island all by ourselves. We say,
Oh,
you know
come
what,
on.
God? I'm just going to do this. I don't need nobody. It's me and you, God. I got Jesus, and that's all I need. No, baby, God didn't make us that way. He made us relational. So that means you may have to go sometimes say, listen, this thing is going to consume me. I know, Bishop. I know, Pastor. I know, Evangelist. I know, Prophet. I know you prophesied. I know you laid hands in the church was slain. But then you go home and you're still dealing with the weight of waiting. Wait a minute. Life is calling you. So that's what I have for you tonight with the power tool.
Yeah, my God, today. You know what? And the thing is, we
Yeah.
carry this burden so much. We carry, you know, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you know what? Then that, when you were talking, I got really, like welled up for a second there because I'm thinking about how much that we have carried when we're told to lay aside every weight.
Every weight.
But
Every.
we don't, but because we don't lay aside the weight, we carry the weight through the weight.
Yeah.
We carry the WEIGHT through the WIAIT.
Mm-hmm.
We carry so much. When I say you hit it out the park, and then of course on the comical side, which I have to put my little post up. Wait a minute. You got the bishop revved up. You got him revved up with the fire emoji. And he said you're hitting it. That was a great listen. Power tool, you never know where it's coming from. Because
Yeah.
we go. I mean, sometimes she hit heavy from the word, sometimes she hit heavy from social issues. But when I heard this one tonight, what I kept hearing, when I saw it, it didn't dawn on me. But when you kept saying, "Wait a minute," all I could think about was Paul Morton when he used to be singing "Your Tears." And he would get to that part where he goes, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait 1 minute. So of course I spent a long time typing that in with all the wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. But you know what? Even though it's a play on words, it's such a powerful play on words.
Yeah.
And it makes you really, really think about the process, your journey. There's some things that are predestined to happen. None of us are immune to storms in our lives. We're going to have them. You're either going in one, coming out of one, or you're in one right now at this time. But it might be your season today, someone else's season today, and then
That's
yours
right.
tomorrow. So you don't know where it's coming, but you're going to always be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to learn how to, the things that are meant for you to carry, you have the strength to carry.
Yeah.
Because it takes that because of the weight, WEIGHT,
Yeah.
of his glory.
Of his glory. That's his way. I remember reading a while ago a story about a young woman. She was a singer.
Mm-hmm.
And she would say how she would go into the house of God, sing, and because God had anointed her voice, and slay the church. And she said, I would go home and my husband would beat me. So she had the weight of waiting because she was asking God, because she didn't believe in leaving him and all that. She was asking God, how could you use me?
And then
and
I go home to that.
And I go home and have to carry this weight, and it was the weight of waiting. And life is calling. Don't miss, y'all. You don't have to carry this thing by yourself.
You don't.
You really don't. You
don't.
Yeah.
You're designed to take the load that is for you to take.
That's right.
You don't have to, there's some things that we carry unnecessarily.
Yep.
We carry other people's burdens, other people's pain and troubles. We carry things because we're angry and bitter and don't want to let it go. We carry a lot of that, a lot of the weight of, even public scrutiny and rejection. We carry a lot of weight and we don't ever deal with it and get that off.
Yeah.
You can't mount up with wings and soar when you're carrying all that weight.
No, it's too much.
It's way too much. Way too much. All right, good people. That was so good. I feel so tingly. I think I feel like, it was kind of good to have it backwards this time. So since I played backwards, I played the commercial first. I'm going to play the Annetteism now. And we're going to be uplifted with an Annetteism, and then we're going to come back We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere with let me tell you, our next thing is mom, because it's my favorite. We like that we get to let our hair down and laugh a little minute or and
Yes, I
learn
love
some
it.
stuff.
Love it.
Sometimes we have some funny things and sometimes we have some serious things.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have some informative things. So our tea time topics is great. But we're gonna pause to the Annettism and we'll be right back.
I must be careful in words that I am compelled to share. There will be those who will use my words as a snare. Just like the enemy, they are looking from here to there, searching how to make life more than I can bear. Even though words can hurt, I will continue in the Lord's Prayer, falling on my knees, asking God to lead me out of despair. For everything that was said against me, God was aware. I must continue to watch my word so not to be worse for wear. But I must be able to take a moment just to clear the air. I have not arrived yet, but truly working to repair, to be more like Jesus. Because of him, no man can compare. This is Annettism's Expressions.
It's that time. Tea time topics. It's tea time topics. Tea time topics. I love tea time topics. I love tea time topics. All right. Yes, we
Yeah.
learn some stuff. So we're gonna go to our first topic on tonight. Our tea time topics. I don't know about you, but I always watch the Grammys. Of course, I'm in music. It's my thing. It's what I do. But I did kind of turn back and forth this time. John Batista took the stage at the Grammys, at the 2022 Grammys. He played a brief piano interlude while dressed in a black cape before hopping center stage. Now, let me show you this cape. Yeah, that thing was so long. That's the
Ooh.
cape. So he played in that long cape before hopping center stage, ditching the robe to reveal a sparkling suit. Annette, he did like Eddie Kane Jr. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Yang. There it is. Eddie Kane, he did that. He stepped out in that nice little sparkly suit and performed his hit song Freedom from his 2021 album We Are. Batista enlisted a full band for the set, as well as backup dancers in colorful outfits for the song's end. They walked into the crowd and he climbed atop Billie Eilish's table while belting out a final chorus. The thing is, it's like he won 11. He won 5, excuse me. He had 11 nominations, but he won 5 of the 11 Grammys that he was nominated for this year. The biggest of which was Album of the Year for We Are. He also took home awards for Best Music Video, Best American Performance, Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media, and for Soul, which he won alongside only 11 Black singers have won in 64 years of the Grammys. The last winner was in 2008, which was Herbie Hancock. So we congratulate John Batista for his winnings.
Yes.
Listen, on 11 out of 64 years. 11, y'all. 11. So we do. I just want to, hey, and then I just have to put it out there.
Yeah,
we just want to celebrate that. We do celebrate, and when something like this happens, you might not understand them, you might not know his music, and it might not be Jesus keep me near the cross. I understand for those of you who are too saved for words, but we're gonna give him a old-fashioned movement worldwide. Can we talk? Applause. And your thoughts?
Oh man, he's now I'm be honest now. I ain't never heard of him, but that's because I'm not a music person. But one of the guys was on stage. I went to school with his dad. He was from DeLand. I'm like, hey, I see him. So, but anyway, that is amazing. That's amazing. This whole this whole thing. It's just been amazing with the Oscars and whatever. What I mean by that, I ain't talking about the other people, but I'm talking about the black folks that's been honored, and it's long overdue. Whether
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what we've been talking about,
Overdue.
it's all those people. I mean, they are so
Long
deserving.
overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue. Should have been a long time ago. So we celebrated. We celebrated, and you heard it right here on Can We Talk. So fellas who don't have a name yet, because Annette is not named, please take us. Please take us.
I forgot about it. I'm in a name.
The no name movers. Please come on, movers. Take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, Tay, my young men. All right, this is a good story. Better late than never. And Merrill Pittman Cooper, 103 years old, is
103.
living proof. Isn't that amazing? Walking the earth for over a century. Cooper has experienced various facets of life, from the historic lows of the 1930s and the civil rights era to the first black president of the United States of America. Cooper's personal trajectory includes a career as the first black trolley car driver in Philadelphia, and later becoming a leading figure in the reunion. His original aspiration was to become an attorney. Although he was unable to achieve his dream job, he recently checked another milestone off of his list. He earns an honorary high school diploma, a dream come true. Cooper received the surprise of a lifetime after his family held a graduation ceremony at Hyatt Regency in Jersey City on March 19. The idea was birthed after a visit to Cooper's origin, at Harper's Ferry alongside his stepdaughter Maria Beckenwork and her husband Rod in 2018. The family worked aside Harper's Ferry National Historical Park in the Jefferson School District to host a graduation ceremony. This is awesome. Cooper was greeted by Jefferson County Superintendent Bondi Shea Gibson Learn. Boy, that's a name. Who presented him with the honorary high school diploma while he sported a burgundy cap and gown. Okay. What's more, Cooper was accompanied by family members to a virtual ceremony where he also heard speeches from Storer College Alumni Association and Harper's Ferry National Historic Park representative. And he said this is amazing. He said, I never imagined that anything like this could happen. See, never give up on your dreams, y'all, said Cooper, according to the Washington Post. Congratulations, Merrill Pittman Cooper and Latina founders tuned in as the age. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. Let me get that out of there. So let's say this. Congratulations to this 103-year-old man who has succeeded in doing something absolutely amazing.
That is over the top amazing. And an example to say, you know what? Whatever it is that you have in your heart, if you purpose it in your heart, you can do it. You can do it. Look at him.
Yeah.
Reaching a milestone at that point. My God.
Amazing.
Today. My God, today. Amazing. And we do applaud him.
Yes. He looks really good, Anita. He's 100.
Look good.
I'm like, and this was just a few days ago. This picture was
He
taken.
looks amazing.
Yeah,
he looks amazing. That's. I'm like, listen, man. You know what? If you, I ain't stopping nothing.
Me either.
Everything that I want to do. I don't care. I don't care if people say I'm too old. I don't care. You know, and that would be like that rapper in Daddy's Girls. In the Tyler Perry movie when he said, I'm 40p.
Nita got a saying for every movie she be watching on. I actually saw that movie though.
I'm gonna be like 40p around here. I'm 40p. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. She said, aren't you a little older than rapper? He said, well, you know, everybody say that, but so I'm gonna be like 40p, y'all. But we do applaud him. That is amazing. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
We got a couple of comments. Yes, 103. What's for the rest of us? Exactly. What does that say? What does that say about everybody else? don't make excuses. Just do what you got to do. All righty. Love stories like this. Love, 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 love stories like this. Amazing. Okay. Black Future Co-op Fund to award 1.5 million. 1
I was wondering.
in We See You grants to Black women-led organizations. The Black Future Co-op Fund is set to award 1.5 million in grants titled We See You to 21 Black-led organizations, according to the Seattle Medium. The grand gesture is one that is for Black women, by Black women, and is the funding's goal to directly provide resources to support for the underrepresented group who have invested in the Black community. Black women have long been at the forefront of our collective liberation, strategizing organizations, leading and caring for our communities, says fund architect and state senator Twina Nobles. With these grants, the Black Future Co-op Fund recognizes Black women who are companions and vital shapers of Black self-determination. We See You grants within the unrestricted funding. Each selected organization will receive $50,000 for their diligent work and service to the community. The We See You grants illustrate our confidence in women who lead but often do not receive adequate support to do the excellent work they envision in our communities. Andrea Kaufman Sanderson, fund architect and CEO of Bird Bar Place, shared. This is about helping our people and organizations across the state be self-determined to own our own stories, to reframe the narratives about us. According to the outlet of Black Future Co-op Fund, launched in 2020, June 2020, is marked as the first philanthropy led by Black women in Washington State. Over nearly 2 years, the fund has invested, y'all ready for this? They have invested $2.75 million. $2.75 million to advance its missions of igniting Black generational wealth, health, and well-being. We are 4 Black women from 4 very different backgrounds. In building this fund, we've come together, walked together, and worked cooperatively together, as said by Angela Jones, fund architect and director of Washington State Initiative at the Bill Melinda Gates Foundation. Look at God. I just want to look at them for a second. That's a powerful thing. 1 point, they're going to give one, but they've done 2.75 million already. Now that is powerful. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, listen, I was like, oh man.
Right.
I was thinking like we may need to get on that. But yeah, I love those stories. I love those stories. And these is what we need to hear so we can have a different narrative about who we are as people. I mean, because with in and everybody, there's some issues, but we don't hear these stories to say how there are some great things being done. We don't tell these stories, and so that's why we're here to tell these stories.
And you know what? Hey, at the end of the day, Annette, hats off. I'm so moved by the fact that they do that for, and it's true. Black women, we do get overlooked. Black Girls Rock. Yes, yes, yes. Black Girls Rock. We do get overlooked and passed over. Movement needs to be one of the recipients. Hey, you know what? Where's my bell? Movement worldwide. We don't celebrate so that we next, man. But we do applaud them. Yes, yes, yes. Wow, wow, wow. I agree with you, Arnita. Black girls who rock. Powerful, powerful, powerful. We are excited about that. And, we're looking for God to do some of those things right here with Movement Worldwide, Inc., with your faithful co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson, who are here diligently serving you. Yes. Believe in God. All right. That's a powerful story. We're so grateful.
It is. I love it.
All right, fellas, come on.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, this is a very good story. It's I never heard of it, but anyway, hiding in plain sight. William and Ellen Craft Most, and it gonna say most runaway slaves, they were slaves, fled to freedom in the dead of night, often pursued by barking bloodhounds. A few fugitives, such as Henry Box Brown, who mailed himself north in a wooden crate, devised clever ruses, stowed away on ships and wagons. One of the most daring escapes, this is so funny to me, was that of a married couple from Georgia, Ellen and William Craft, who traveled in first class trains, dined with a steamboat captain, and stayed in the best hotels during their escape to Philadelphia and freedom in 1846. Ellen, a quadroon with very fair skin, disguised herself as a young white cotton planter traveling with his slave William. It was Williams who came up with the scheme to hide in plain sight, but ultimately it was Ellen who was convincingly masked her race, her gender, and social status during her 4-day trip. Despite 4-day trip, I'm sorry. Despite the luxury accommodations, the journey was fraught and with narrow escapes and hard in the mouth moments that could be led to their discovery and capture. Courage, quick thinking, luck, and our Heavenly Father sustained them. The Crafts said in running 1,000 miles for freedom, the book they wrote in 1860, talking about their escape. Ellen and William lived in Macon, Georgia, and were owned by different masters. Put up for adoption at age 16 to help settle his master's debt, William had become the property of a local bank cashier. Wow, even a cashier got a slave. Wow. A skilled cabinet maker, William continued to work at the shop where he had an apprentice, and his new owner collected most of his wages. Minutes before being sold, Williams had witnessed the sale of his frightened, tearful 14-year-old sister. His parents and brother had met the same fate and were scattered throughout the South. As a child, Ellen, the offspring of her first master and one of his biracial slaves, had frequently been mistaken for the member of the white family. Much annoyed by the situation, the plantation mistress sent 11-year-old Ellen to Macon to her daughter as a wedding present in 1837, where she served as a lady's maid. Ellen and William married, but having experienced much brutal family separation, despair over having children, fearing they would be torn apart from each other. The mere thought, William later wrote of his wife's distress, filled her soul with sorrow, and they devised this plan, how they were going to get away and hiding in plain sight. And this is a drawing of her. That's her, of course, with the hat on. And, they lived a life of Riley because of the way they decided to leave from being slaves. And ultimately, like I say, wrote a book. So, yeah, that was a really good story.
I'm like, it's amazing the stuff that we find. It's amazing. That's a powerful story. But you know what?
Yeah,
It makes me so grateful that I wasn't born back then.
me too. I can't
Like,
thank you, Lord.
yeah, there's so much. You're right. There's so much we don't know from our history, and I'm
Yeah,
so grateful that we have stories like this that we can share with the movers and shakers, because it really just every week that we share stuff like this, it gets us closer and closer and closer to the true realness of our history, of our legacy as African Americans, and some of the things that our ancestors had to endure and go through so that we could live the free lives that we live today.
yeah,
It was not even heard of or even thought that it would ever happen. So
yeah.
very moving, very inspiring. Thank you so much for that. Hats off to them. They did what they had to do. They made it happen. I think about people walking thousands of miles.
Amazing.
Man, I have a hard time walking 2.5. And I know where I'm going. I ain't got to run from nobody. That's something to think about. Wow. Amazing. Come on, guys. Take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. I love stories like this. Love stories like this. Black dad of 3, Jamar James, who left his corporate job, now teaches how to invest in digital currency the stock market, etc. With over 20 years as a technology consultant and a prop trader for private financial firms in the US, James decided to quit his job to build a mastermind community called DCG Mastermind that has already helped hundreds of people in the last 12 months to also break away from corporate America. As a part of his curriculum, he has created a 6 and 7 figure roadmap for trading cryptocurrencies and nurtures an environment where folks are now earning 6 and 7 figures with virtual land, digital art, and gaming NFTs. James says people who do not invest in such areas are missing out on the future of human evolution. James, who is married and has 3 children, has earned over 8 figures in stocks. Oh, Jesus. And real estate, and now teaches others to earn a full-time income from crypto or trading within months. He has also built a mastermind community that has members in over 20 countries and is called in to help Fortune 500 companies when he is not giving back to the community by teaching it to children.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
The metaverse is an opportunity to participate in the future of human evolution, said James. Virtual real estate is about ownership of centralized words, explains James. The same way we now own real estate in the world, you can generate wealth through virtual real estate for eternity. With DCG, we created a global mastermind for those who want a lifestyle and wealth without being confined to a particular location. We leverage trading and entrepreneurship to create wealth for our masterminds via crypto, NFTs, metaverse, and trading traditional markets. Wow. Wow. How did, Annette, you had an aha moment.
Girl, I'm like, okay, I need to be sitting in his classroom every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Can y'all say every day? Every day. Let me tell you, of course I have a whole new look on finances and life now because I spent some time with some multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires a couple of weeks ago, and my head was full. But you know what? And a lot of times we get caught up in thinking, oh, it's never going to be, this is never going to happen, I'm always going to be. And the Bible clearly says that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Mm-hmm. So why don't we go and get ours? What happened to us taking it by force? Why don't we go get ours, Annette?
I'm going to do a little more research on him.
I am too.
Do he do virtual or something? Because listen.
And then you want to make millions in months?
Yes. I do.
Hey, that girl didn't hesitate. She said yes.
Yes, because listen, who say I can't? See, that's the problem. Who like the Bible say, who report you gonna believe? Mm-hmm. So the world says one thing, but that ain't what God says. So hey, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a little research on him and see what he's talking about, because I got to start from the beginning. I don't know nothing about this stuff.
Amazing. But we do applaud him and his efforts, his work. It is amazing. Yes. Wow. Come on, fellas. Take us to the next one. We're winding on down.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Hey, Linda said, count me in.
Yes, Linda.
Don't leave her out. Hey, we're not going to leave you out, Linda. We count you in.
We're going to do a little research on that one. Okay. All right. Thousands of Black Americans have left formal banking behind and are now leading the way in digital-only banking. Black Americans are using digital-only banks as their primary financial institution more than any other ethnic group in the U.S. A new analyst from the business research firm Morning Consult found. Morning Consult drew its analysts from a series of surveys between July 2021 and January 2022. The firm found that 14% of Black people said a digital bank was their primary bank, compared to 8% of white people and 13% of Hispanic. Black people also outpaced other ethnic groups in having credit union accounts, the survey said. Charlotte Principato. Oh yeah, Principato. That's what
Principato.
Principato. Okay, as far as I can say, she's a Principato, but okay, Fato it is. No, I want to see the lady name right.
Tomato,
Okay.
tomato.
Oh,
Just call her
Monica.
Charlotte. Just call her Charlotte.
That's what she from. Yeah, the rest of it. Every time I see it, I'm gonna have to keep rolling because, yeah. A morning consult financial service analyst author. She wrote this survey. Okay, she says the survey means traditional brick and mortar banks will need to set up their online features if they want to attract or keep Black customers. Charlotte also said that more Black people are adopting digital banks because those institutions are not doing exactly what consumers are desiring. Economic research over decades has shown that Black Americans have a strong relationship with banks. Banks have denied would-be Black homeowners home loans and approved credit cards with higher interest rate when compared to other groups of people. Because of these trends, thousands of Black Americans have left formal banking altogether.
Mm.
Yes.
This is all down the aisle of what I learned this last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Everything that we're covering tonight. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, we need, and you know what, people gotta, especially, in our community, we have got to not be so caught up in well, that's the way we always did it. Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way, you always did it. And there's, when we wonder why we're getting left out, it's because, for the most part, honestly, what I learned from the multi-billionaires, they don't keep their money in banks. They don't. They invest it. They put it in stuff that's growing and moving. Jesse talking about the work stuff is not for me. I'm 2 seconds away from displaying my feet on OnlyFans. That's funny. I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, hey, listen, Charlotte Principato, you get the bells from the movement.
That's
Get the
right.
bells from the movement. We applaud you, Miss Principato. Yes, that's great information. All right, fellas, take us to the next one. We wind it now.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Boom. Why they leaning the same way?
I know.
I just noticed that. I'm looking at it like, no, they're not. They both got the little gangster lean going on. Digging the scene with the gangster lean. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find my little commentary here. Um, it is un-American. NAACP President Derek Johnson and Senator Chuck Schumer team up to call for Biden to cancel student loan debt. Oh, hallelujah! To help close racial wealth gap. Black college graduates are overwhelmed by student loan debt. That is a fact. On average, they owe $25,000 more in student loan debt than a white college graduate. 4 years after graduation, 48% of Black students owe an average of 12.5% more than they borrow, according to the Education Data Initiative. This debt, expert says, is hindering Black Americans from growing their wealth. Biden is still planning to resume loan payments on May 1st. There has been a pause of student loan payments for nearly 2 years as a part of Biden and President Donald Trump's pandemic relief measures. Johnson, Schumer, and other lawmakers and advocates want Biden to totally cancel student debt, as it could help close the racial wealth gap as well as stimulate the economy. I agree. Schumer and Jackson noted how Black borrowers are more likely to take out student loans to begin with than their white counterparts, and while the median white borrowers will owe just 6% of their student debt 20 years after entering college, the median Black borrowers will still owe 95% of their debt over the same period. Business Insider reported, this disparity is unacceptable, Schumer and Johnson wrote. It is un-American, and at the current rate, it is entirely unsustainable, they added. We still have a long way to go to bridge the racial wealth divide in America, and it will not likely happen so long as student debt continues to grow at its current pace. And that is absolutely true. Already,
Mhm.
that our children have to be better than, work harder than, do more than, be first in line, go the extra mile. But we also have to borrow, beg, and plead to get the education to hopefully get a job that we won't be passed over for, that we will be underpaid for, and overlooked for promotions in, and still have to pay back this debt that we carry forever and ever and ever, and some die
Yeah.
with debt. So it's like it's all, and that's for that reason. There are a lot of people who have opted out of college education for their children. I'm telling you, it's not. That's not the for me. That's not the end goal anymore, because listen, when you learn how to create wealth, some of the wealthiest people never finished. Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates. Look at them and look what they contributed to society. And why can't our children and grandchildren do the same? We have to encourage. Hello, Leonard. I know he's just.
Yeah.
We can always tell by your face when your husband walking in the room.
Let's see, let the dog in here. Like,
And we heard squeak, squeak, and we saw
yeah.
this on your face.
Oh boy.
But
I
yeah,
know.
so answer this prayer, Lord. Amen. I have 11K left. I'm claiming a dismissal over this debt. Amen. And we're going to believe
Amen.
God for you, Jassy, that debt is canceled in Jesus' name. And we applaud Schumer and what's his name? What's the guy's name? Gosh, I forgot the guy's name that quick.
Me too.
Johnson and Schumer. We applaud Johnson and Schumer for this effort, and we're believing God for it to be done.
Yes.
Cancel the debt. Cancel the debt. Yes, yes, yes.
I
It
beseech thee.
has to be. How would you say?
No, I said, please, God, I beseech thee.
I beseech thee. I beseech thee. All right, fellas. Come on. While Annette is beseeching, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, here we go. How this Black female founder raised $8 million for ed tech startup that utilized artificial intelligence to tackle absenteeism in K through 12 schools. When Joanna Smith Griffin was working as a student engagement director at Excel Academy Charter Schools in Boston, she discovered there need to be more of a streamlined process for chronic absenteeism in her school. And soon she learned this was not an isolated issue, but one that allows the achievement gap to persist in K through 12 schools. The solution, an app that would identify children at risk of chronic absenteeism. Today, Smith Griffin is the founder of All Here, an ed tech company that uses artificial intelligence and mobile messengers powered by artificial intelligence to curtail chronic absenteeism. All Here has raised an $8 million series, a round by $8 million series around by Spiro Ventures. In additional investors such as Rethink Education, Gratitude Railroad, Leticia Ventures, Boston Impact Initiative, and others have allowed All Here to not only launch but also position itself for growth. All Here serves K through 12 schools by using evidence-based intervention strategies to support school districts in developing family outreach strategies and monitoring student attendance. More than 8,000 schools in 34 states are currently using All Here to curb chronic absenteeism, allowing school districts to reach 2 million students and their families. Okay, according to Crunchbase, a parent using the app can send a text to the boot and begin a conversation with responses from the boot based on the child's record. So that is amazing. And she had a lot of help. And this is what the name of the game, different people partner with her. And so that's just so awesome.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know absenteeism was like a word.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that it's actually defined as the practice of regularly staying away from work or school without good reason.
Wow.
Chronic absenteeism. And it does happen. There are people who are, who chronically call out work. There are people who chronically, I've seen students, I've had them in my family, every excuse in the world to stay home from school. And you have more absentees during the year than you have been in school. And you can't get anything done. You're never going to progress in life like that.
Yeah.
You have to show up, engage, and that's the only way you're gonna win. So we applaud her. $8 million. Wow, that's a lot of money to
That's a
raise.
lot of
She
money.
did that. She did that. And when you hear about good stuff like this that people are doing, it just makes you want to do something. I
Mhm.
always leave when we read about these and that, I always leave here inspired. Like I'm a
Me too. Like,
girl. Like
dang.
I'm gonna go put on my Superwoman outfit. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Well, we got some black girls rocking on here tonight.
Yeah.
That's why I put all black girls on our thumbnail tonight. That's it's amazing. HBCU grad launches first ever financial family reunion summit. Plans to give away 10,000. Ruby Taylor, founder, the CEO of Financial Joy School, is pleased to announce the first annual financial family reunion summit to be held on September 17, 2022. Even more, she will be awarding one lucky family $10,000 to invest in their own generational wealth. They will also be provided with their very own certified financial planner. Other opportunities to win investment cash will be offered as well. More families will have a chance to win 150, 500, 1,000, all the way up to 1,500 to gain their own investment journey. To enter the giveaway, simply register and attend the event. The event, sponsored by Trust and Will, is a free virtual summit and is open to all Black and Brown families from all walks of life, with objectives to teach them how to close the racial wealth gap. Confirmed speakers include retired NFL player and real estate investor Ryan Bowles, Olin Douglas of Motley Fool Ventures, and Joshua Samuels, founder of Coins for Education. Financial Joy School founder and CEO Ruby Taylor will also be a speaker. Carrie Garden, founder of Equip LLC, and LaRon Sellers of Debt Free Expert. Taylor's mission in teaching Black and Brown families how to invest is not only to educate others on how to create generational wealth, but to make investing fun and engaging. She believes one's finances should bring joy as well as security wealth. Black and Brown communities have not had the same opportunities to build wealth because of systemic racism and discrimination. Taylor is determined to change all that, to close the racial gap and bring financial freedom, education, and success to new and established Black investors, regardless of their financial background. You go, girl. You know, a lot of people that would say that they want to invest in that, but people are afraid to take risk. I know. And when you only have $1,000, you don't want to invest $500 into something that may or may not yield. And so
That's
people are
right.
really, a little reluctant. But what if you had money? If I used to say, but now things are a lot better because I've been there. But I used to say, man, if I had $1,000, I would invest in this. If I had $1,000, but if I had $5,000, I would invest in this capital and that blah blah blah. And when you get to the point that you can actually do that, it's like, it's great. But what about the people who just can't seem to find,
Yeah.
that moment, that leg up? Hats off to her. That is a great thing to do. Your
Great.
thoughts?
Yeah, and so when you see people like this, you know, again, it changes the narrative that's been embedded. That's see, how you subliminal. What is that word?
Subliminal.
Yeah. So that's how certain things is in our community, but it's not that way. It really is not. And so when you see people like this, like all that stuff we hear is lies. Of course, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk about those that breaking into houses and breaking into cars and
Mm-hmm.
killing folks, of course. But what about the ones who are doing great things?
Right.
And so, yeah, I absolutely love it. And let me say this real quick. And another thing, you see all these people doing different stuff. So don't say you can't figure out what to do.
Come on.
It's something out there that needs to be done. We've seen people do like the absenteeisms. I probably pronounced it wrong.
Absenteeism.
Absenteeisms. Okay, put that ism on there. So, but we see something like that. I don't know nothing about that.
Neither.
So it's so many things that nobody's doing yet, and they're waiting on you to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, that's why we serve a God who
that's
can
right.
do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according
That
to the
that'll
power
preach.
that is at work within us. We have to
Mhm.
use our own thoughts, our own dreams, our own
Yes.
imagination, our own visions. A lot of times we see this stuff and we don't put it to work. We don't think outside the box because we have been so programmed to just go with what the system does.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just sit back and relax and just chill and just wait on the Lord. Faith without works is dead. You have to do something.
You
You have to
got
show
to,
up.
y'all. You
Have
got
to
to.
show up. Have to show up. So that's a great story. And as always, we applaud these sisters for these incredible things that they're doing.
Yeah.
Hats off. Hats off. All right, fellas, bring us to our last one.
Last one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, this is a really amazing. I know I say it all the time, but this is actually an amazing story that I can relate to her too, in some sense. Okay, Tramika Pope, an 18-year-old student from Chicago, has overcome many obstacles. While in elementary school, her and her mom became homeless. By eighth grade, she was pregnant, and by the ninth grade, she gave birth. But yet, she went on to become high school valedictorian at Wendell Phillips Academy High School, graduating at the top of her class. Pope told Fox 32, "I always said that I wanted to make a change and I wanted to be in the history books, and I started with myself," she added. "I didn't give up. I pushed myself hard, and my baby motivated me every day because I wanted to provide for her and also didn't want to be a statistic." Oh, I always can't say that word. But wait.
I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, thank you, child. See, you have, yeah. Anyway, I'll say something later. But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more to her story. I love her. She has received more than $600,000 in scholarships. This fall, she's planning to attend Western Illinois University in the fall and wants to earn a PhD in social work and more. And there's more. And Pope did exceptionally well academically. She was a cheerleader, a member of the National Honor Society, and she even participated in several other activities. She even held down a job at a local grocery store. Where credit we have to give credit was credit is due. Pope credits her success to Don Jackson, her social worker, as well as her school counselors and a unique nonprofit called SGA Youth and Family Services. FGA helps Chicago children, families, and communities who face great challenges with few resources to use their potential and discover new paths to success. The organization has an excellent track record. No matter what the background you come from, it doesn't matter. If you have a child as a teen, no matter what people say about you, you can still do what you can. Let me say this again. No matter what the background you come from, it doesn't matter if you have a child as a teen. No matter what people say about you, you still can. You can make it, and you can become something, said Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That right there, that
Yeah.
part in that.
Hmm.
And not taking, refusing to let a person or any people or any group of people, or I don't care if it's family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you refuse to let somebody else's words be the final over you.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anyone speak your eulogy because of something you did, or a mistake you made, or a path you took, or a stumbling block, or something that may have slowed down the process, or some things that you might be going through or experiencing. Those are the greatest teachers.
Yes.
But you have
Yes.
to stay the course. Now
She,
that's some resilience for you.
yeah. And
Man,
she, 25 colleges.
wow.
She got accepted to
Wow.
25.
Wow.
So that speaks volumes to who she is. I mean, it's amazing to me
It is amazing.
when you can persevere. A lot of times when things happen, we give up, but we say, "Oh well, I ain't gonna,
We do.
child, please, you better keep going
That's what
and
I'm
keep
saying.
persevering and keep moving."
Gotta keep pushing. That's from
Yeah.
another professor. All right. That was amazing. We do applaud her in her work and her walk. Oh, valedictorian, getting all the colleges. You can
Yeah.
do anything, baby. Go ahead. You better shine. We applaud her. We applaud her. We applaud her. All right, good people. We'll come to the end of our show. We had a good one tonight. We were all positive tonight. It was like refreshing.
Yeah.
'Cause some weeks, boy, we be hitting it hard. But we tell you all the time, we keep it light, but we keep it real.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, we got some junk coming at some point sometimes. But for tonight, we kept it a little light, and it was great. It was great to hear a lot of these wonderful, incredible stories. So, thank you all so much, so much, so much. But we'll come to the end. I'm so glad we had this time together. Yeah. I'm so glad we had this time together, but guess what? It's time for us to go. But before we do, we want to ask that you do a couple of things for us. The video that you're watching, please subscribe, like, and share. Please, please, please. And also, you can sow a seed via Cash App at $ Movement Worldwide, or come into covenant with us by becoming a patron, by going to our website, clicking the button that says patreon.com. It takes you to patreon.com. You can set up your account, set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. But whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. Just look for that bing, that blue gold globe. Us, look for that Movement Worldwide. Follow us on all social media platforms. You can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. And let me go ahead and get the rundown. Let me give the rundown. I give the rundown of what we got going on. We got a lot going on, y'all. So make sure that you pay attention. We have a lot going on. We start out on Tuesday nights. Annette L starts the week off with her organization called SOAR. She does a talk on Tuesday nights live on this platform on Facebook and YouTube called TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we speak or rate. Wait a minute. I got to back up. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That's speak, orate, articulate, and I'm doing the moonwalk.
Oh, that's what. Okay, you were walking back.
Reverberate. When we speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live right here. And then on Wednesdays, come right back here. We're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live right here with Can We Talk midway through the week, hump day. Come let your hair down. Be inspired. Be lifted up. Have some fun and laugh. You know, let's have a great conversation. Our transformational topic, things that make you go, that hard to have conversation, that power tool, we have that here. And of course, we have all the tea with our tea time topics. That's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Then on Friday, if you are not on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse.
Please.
If you are not on Clubhouse, go download the app. We are there every Friday night at 8 p.m. and there's some good stuff going down. You know, my bishop steps in every now and then. Bishop Christopher Keys. Yes, that guy right there. He steps in every now and then and just wrecks the place. So please come join your faithful co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. and our other 18 mods, Angela and Arnita. And every now and then, nephew Elijah come stepping on in the backyard. So please come join us every Friday night on Clubhouse. But if you don't know how to download the app, you don't really understand how to do it, I can't get it right, I can't find the movers and shakers. Bam! Text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. And 95. I see it there. You be like, get your groove on. 954-820-5050. Text the word movers there. You'll get a link straight into our Clubhouse room, our movers and shakers, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Also, we are there every first and third Saturday praying through the pandemic in the Praying Through the Pandemic room with the prayer experience, where we join forces with Elder Moselle Mason and the collaboration first and third Saturdays at 10 a.m. And again, if you don't know how to find us, if you don't know how to find the Praying Through the Pandemic room, well, that's a different room. It's not the movers and shakers room. Text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? All right. So you text that word movers, you'll get a link right in. And then on Sundays, we are right back here on Facebook and YouTube live with Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction. Where there is always, say always, Annette.
Always.
Where there is always, you said she was there always.
I'll wait for it.
For you. I know, but there's always a word for you. Your thoughts, Annette, your last words. To the
Well, it has been such a good night. Some of the story was just, I'm like, just moving. I'm kind of like Nita. I leave here feeling uplifted, you know, and inspired, and motivated to go and figure out what else could I think I could do. So, but thank y'all so much for sharing with us. It's been a blast. We had so much fun. We look forward to it. It's God ordained, and we're walking in it. And I'm so excited to be, you know, on this journey with Anita. So thank you so much. And hey, she did the rundown of everything that's happening. Hey, join us on one of those platforms. We would appreciate it.
All right, good people. Well, we love y'all, but we have to go. So we pray that you enjoy your night. Stay prayerful. Pray for the people in Ukraine. Pray for peace. Pray for everybody. Pray for the world. And it's a lot
Yeah,
going on.
it's a lot. Yeah.
But yeah, hey, take this information and you might want to rewind this and listen to some of these stories and take some of these names down and go and study about that cryptocurrency and about those banks. I'm here to tell you, you be missing it. So don't sleep because you heard it here. You always hear it here on Can We Talk? It's always a pleasure to hear you, lovely ladies. It's always a pleasure to have you, and we know you be having your mug for the tea time topics and be doing your little clap. Well, I know you do. We love you, Francesca. Thank you so much, our movers. We can't do this without you, and we thank you all so much. Thank you all. You could have gone anywhere else, but you came here. So we will see y'all the next time. Love y'all. We give you the heart. And then, start us with the heart. We give you that love. Y'all have a great one, and we'll see you the next time.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.